What's good, y'all? This is Phillip, and welcome back to Gaja Atelier. Today, I'll be sharing my story on how I lost 70 pounds back in the 7th grade and what I did to lose that weight back then as a teenager. For all the heavy-set middle schoolers and high schoolers that might come across this video, I'm going to be dropping some gems, so definitely make sure to use this information to the best of your advantage. I only keep it real and relatable. I just want to be the help that I wish I had when I first started my weight loss journey. I want to help you realize that you can evolve to the best version of yourself through proper guidance. Trust me, I remember searching up videos like these all the time with tears in my eyes, and I mean back then I thought I was born to be fat, so I understand your pain and I know how you feel. Even though that feels like a lifetime ago, now I've grown much stronger mentally and physically, so I want to be able to provide you with the help that I wished I had when I first started my weight loss journey. Gaja. So growing up, your boy was chubby out here. I was always doing the t-shirt pull down fix method. I was always getting roasted. I was always sticking my jaw in the air like this to build a jawline, like those jawline exercise YouTube videos. I was always snacking, and I was always searching up how to lose 15 pounds in 2 days. This was all throughout elementary school and middle school. When I got to the 7th grade, I was around 205 pounds at my heaviest. Mind you, I was only 5'4" at the time, so your boy was walking around looking like a little dumpling, just jiggling, bouncing, rolling around everywhere. Like, I was just squishy. I come from an Asian household, from loving parents who just loved to feed me all the time, and a lot of times I was overfed, and since I was never really told no when it came to portion or just the food I wanted to eat, I was just becoming really plump. The main reason that sparked me to even go on a weight loss journey in the 7th grade was from the time when I went to the restroom right before I was about to shower. Right as I was about to pee, I looked down and I can't even see my toes or my balls. And all I see is just stomach, just straight breast. That wasn't a good feeling and made me feel ridiculously insecure. But yeah, that evening I spent the whole night just squeezing my man boobs, being all furious, just gripping my stomach, asking God why he made me fat, and just tearing up. And I just had a lot of anger and shame, and I hated how it felt to be a joke and never taken seriously. I hated how t-shirts always fit like bras, and I especially hated how I couldn't fit skinny jeans because everyone was wearing skinny jeans, but my fat ass only fit into cargo pants. Your boy was going through it, despite the fear of looking like an idiot and being afraid to start this weight loss journey. Despite finding all the comfort in eating and playing video games, I knew something had to change. At that point, I said to myself, you know what, motherfucker? Just do it, like Nike. Just do it, Nike. So yeah, after asking for running shoes for Christmas that year, I ended up going from 205 pounds to 138 pounds from January to July, so nearly 70 pounds in 7 months. I definitely pushed the boundaries for myself because I wanted to lose weight pretty quickly, and it's kind of crazy to think when I reflect back, but here's 5 things I did to lose all that weight.
Number 1, understand what the calorie deficit is.
So when I first looked into losing weight, all I was reading was about caloric deficits. A caloric deficit is pretty much when your body is burning more calories than you consume. So as long as you're consuming fewer calories or increasing physical activity or both, you're bound to lose weight. I started off by going on a calorie maintenance calculator website to find the amount of calories I needed to consume to maintain my current weight, and you can find that website right here. A good rule of thumb is a 500 to 750 calorie deficit. I went around 1,000 to 750 because I wanted to go on a pretty harsh cut, but around 500 is a good number where you'd want to be. This helped me understand that I wasn't being active enough and that my diet was an issue since I was overeating all the time and always in a caloric surplus.
Number 2,
calorie tracking. Because I had the tendency to eat a lot and just forget what I consumed, I started tracking my calories. This helped me become more conscious of what I was consuming, become aware of the junk that I was eating. I liked eating a lot of chips and candy back then, but I never realized how high in calories these things were because I thought they were just harmless small little cookies and I thought I was chilling. So your boy started tracking calories with his iPod Touch. This helped me a lot with not mindlessly munching and just eating whenever I was bored. A lot of people love to swear that they don't eat too much and can't put a finger on what's causing them to gain weight, but if you track your calories and you see what you're consuming, it helps you become accountable and just be conscious of everything you're eating, and it really helps you control your portions a lot better.
Number 3.
Diet change. 2 things I came to realize. 1, I overate all the time. 2, snacking was always a habit. Since I always grew up overeating, being stuffed and just being in a position where I'm just, that was the norm for me. As I started to calorie track more, I learned that I didn't need to eat all this food just for me to survive. Now that I had to remain in a caloric deficit, I made a commitment to myself to cut off sugar and junk foods just so I can get more bang for buck with my nutrition and the calories I was consuming. Making this commitment allowed me to learn that not all calories are the same and there's better ways to get these calories in. For example, let's say you want a snack. If you eat an apple for 90 calories, that's gonna keep you much fuller than eating 13 Haribo gummy bears for 100 calories. Knowing my fat ass, 13 gummy bears is not enough. I would need 150. I cut off all soda, chips, candy, and junk food for 6 months strictly. I stuck to it and I replaced everything with much more nutritious food that had more protein and fiber. Lots of chicken salads, boiled eggs, tofu and kimchi, Korean bulgogi, chicken breast, summer rolls with shrimp, cold soba noodles. Nutritional food that was simple and delicious. I'd usually have 1 or 2 meals and I'd track it relatively loosely using my fitness pal.
Number 4.
Became more active. Since my goal was to lose weight as fast as I can, I knew that exercise would help me out with my caloric deficit, and I stopped playing video games as much, went outside, started touching grass and being more active. It was such a difficult process trying to get myself to hop on that treadmill for the first time. But your boy endured the pain and made it through, and now he's here. I remember running on that treadmill the first time, and just after 15 minutes I was like, hell nah, being fat is the way. Being fat is good. I'm all set, I'll be fat. But even though I had those thoughts, somehow I kept through. My chest would be on fire from all the huffing and puffing I was doing, and my legs would feel so sore after these workouts since I was carrying all that weight. I would tear up thinking how impossible this felt, but despite having those emotions, I told myself when I started this journey that I was going to get it done, no matter how lazy I felt and no matter how unmotivated I felt. I was sick of feeling like nothing, so I knew I had to just stick with it. 3 days of being consistent led to 1 week of being consistent to a month of consistency, and it just got better and better. I ran literally every day for 6 months in 2013. I would either complete an hour 30 minutes of a HIIT workout on the treadmill or I'd run outside, along with playing basketball at the park. I always aimed to burn 750 calories whenever I hopped on the treadmill, and since I also played a lot of basketball, I was in a pretty large caloric deficit. Without a doubt, starting to become consistent was the hardest part of the journey. Finding the motivation to keep continuing on felt so impossible to find, as I didn't see any results throughout the first few days. But sometimes you just gotta put your faith and trust into the process. Put that hoodie over your head and just work. Real work will make that caloric deficit happen. And remember, numbers don't lie, so you can't cheat around being in a caloric deficit if you're tracking everything and holding yourself truly accountable. But yeah, the moment I started to see real progress, like a flatter stomach, building a conscious mind to say no when being offered junk food or snacks, having better exercise endurance, I began to build faith in myself and realize like, oh wow, I actually can stick to something and do it. It takes a lot of willpower and getting started sucks like a motherfucker, but it's possible.
Number 5.
drank more water. I drank more water to keep myself full throughout the day, especially when I was getting bored or I knew I just wanted to snack on something. I would drink water before a meal and during workouts as it would help my metabolism. And I drank more sparkling water to just keep my stomach full from all the carbonation. But yeah, these are the 5 habits that ultimately helped me lose 70 pounds in 7 months. Even though the weight loss journey was really hard to start, showing up every day and being able to tell myself that I could do it really changed everything for this process. At first, it felt impossible, just like a little Asian boy convincing his mom that getting a D on his exam was okay. But every drop of sweat, every workout that I forced myself to go through, every choice that I made to keep continuing on even though I wanted to quit, those decisions helped me build the strength, not just in my body, but especially in the mind. It allowed me to start stacking healthy habits and building a chain of yeses for the day. Like, did I start the day off by drinking water? Yes. Did I get my workout of the day in? Yes. Did I eat meals that were full of nutrition? Yes. Did I restrain myself from junk food? Yes. Did I remain in a caloric deficit for the day? Yes. I was able to build these healthy habits because my mind was ultimately telling me, yes, I am able to do these things. Even though it sucks, you can do it. Every day I was building more courage to say yes, and I was finding the self-respect to not give up on myself. The discipline that felt fake at first gradually grew stronger and eventually became so real. Now, if I were able to run it back and become the 7th grade Phillip again, there's definitely things I would do differently for sure. But that's for the next video. Make sure to stay tuned, give us a like and comment, and let us know in the comments if there's anything you would like to see. And
Don't forget, motherfucker, the journey of 1,000 miles always starts with a single step.
peace.